Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to do a tag video that I've been wanting to do for a while and I just hadn't done it, and I thought that today would be the perfect day to upload it because today is the day that Hamilton is going to be uploaded onto Disney Plus, and it is the stage show that you can watch, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch it. My husband and I did have the opportunity to go and watch it when we went to Boston in 2018, and we got to see it live on stage, and it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I'm not kidding. It was so good. I was sobbing at the end. Oh my gosh, I was a hot mess. It was fantastic. So this is a tag that I had seen going around a few years ago, actually. And I thought, I'm going to finally do this tag, and I'm going to upload it on the day that Hamilton goes up on Disney Plus. So if you have not seen Hamilton and you've always wanted to, if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it now because it's streaming. And I'm so excited to be able to watch it again with the original cast. I'm very excited about that. So this is the Hamilton tag, and this was created by Maureen Keevy. And again, I think this was created like 4 years ago, so it is an older one. I just hadn't done it yet. So this takes 10 of the songs from the soundtrack of Hamilton and from the show, and she has put prompts for books with the titles of it. So we will go through them, and I will tell you the books that I picked. Question number 1 is The Room Where It Happens. And it is a book world that you would put yourself in, obviously. Question number 2 is the Schuyler Sisters, an underrated female character. I am going to go with Lysandra from the Throne of Glass series. Now, Lysandra is one that when she first showed up in this series, I hated her. But she redeemed herself throughout the series for me, and now she's one of my favorite characters in the series, especially things that happen in this book made me really go, I love this chick. She is awesome. Yes. And nobody really talks about her. Everyone talks about Selena, but no one's talking about Lysandra and the things that she does, and just awesome. Question number 3 is My Shot. Name a character who goes after what they want and doesn't let anything stop them. They go after what they want. I'm going to say Annie Wilkes from Misery. Now, she's a villain. There's no question about that. She is a terrible, awful human being, but the woman knows what she wants and she does whatever she has to get that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so there's a couple questions here that are going to contain spoilers for certain books. So, and that's just how it is. So what I'm going to do is I will read the question. I will show you what book I'm talking about. And if you do not want to be spoiled for what I'm going to say, I'll give you a few seconds to kind of skip ahead. I'll leave a timestamp down here to where you can fast forward to where I stop talking about the book. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but the nature of these questions are spoilery. So just, yes. Okay. So this next question here is Stay Alive, a character you wish was still alive. So I'm going to talk about a character from Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. So if you've not read this book, please skip ahead to this time and you will not be spoiled. So go now. Okay. All right. So a character who died in this book is Trick. And I'm still a little bit mad at Jay Kristoff for that. Now, granted, I have not read the rest of this series. This is the only book in the series I've read. There's 2 more. They're on my shelves. Haven't read them yet. So I don't know if something happens where Trick really isn't dead. I did not get that indication in this book at all. So after finishing this book, to me, Trick is dead. So I guess we'll see going forward if something happens. I don't think so though. And luckily I've not been spoiled for anything as far as that goes, but I was very upset because he was my favorite character in this book, and Jay Kristoff just took a knife right to my heart. Okay, this next one also contains spoilers. So yeah, but the next one, same type of thing. So the next one is Burn, and it is the most heartbreaking end to a relationship you've ever read. So I'm going to talk about something that happens in Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is book number 2 in the Throne of Glass series. So if you have not read this, and you don't want to be spoiled for what I'm about to say, go ahead and skip to this timestamp And yeah, so avoid some spoilers for this one. So a relationship that ended in this one that at the time I was upset about it, and I was just like, I was a little bit crushed. And that is when Selena and Cale called off their relationship. And she basically said, I'm out of here. I have to go do things. I have to go figure out who I am. I got to go do all this stuff, right? To me at the time, that was devastating. However, as the series moves on, I'm glad that that happened. And I'm very happy with what the outcome of some of that stuff is. So I'm not mad about it now, but when I read this one, I was devastated. Okay, question number 6 is You'll Be Back, and that is a book with the sassiest villain. And for this one, I'm going to go with a book that has actually 2 villains in it, and that is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Oh my goodness, with Victor and Eli. They were so sassy and very, just so much back and forth, and especially Victor. I loved him. But, you know, he's like our main character, but he's also not really the good guy. So that's what I loved about that book series, like the duology there. I just loved that we're following these 2 guys who would probably be considered heroes, but they're really not. They're actually bad guys. But you're rooting for, you know, one or both of them at the same time. So it was really confusing, but very, very sassy, especially Victor. Question number 7 is the Reynolds Pamphlet, a book with a twist you didn't see coming. I won't talk about it, but to this day, never saw this coming. Question number 8 is NonStop, and that is a book series that you could not put down. You just binge read through the whole thing. And that would be the Jack Daniels series by J.E. Conrath. I remember completely being obsessed with that series, and I could not put them down. I just read one after the other after the other. And I think I read probably 7 or 8 books within a 2-week time span, just one right after the other. They were very quick. They're short reads. It is a detective series that follows a detective named Jack Daniels, and she hunts serial killers more than anything. That's kind of her specialty. And then you see her, you know, interacting with these killers, and you're following the killers, and sometimes you're in the heads of the killers. So it was pretty interesting. I really liked them a lot. It's a series I've always wanted to go back to, and I just haven't, because there have been later installments since I had first read them, and I just haven't read the later ones. But it's definitely one that I think I could see myself revisiting someday. Question number 9 is Satisfied, and that is a book that had a really good plot from different points of view. So it's a book that comes from different characters, but you thought it worked really well together. So for that one, for me, is going to be Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I really liked this multiple point of view story because you're getting 5 different points of view from characters who are basically trying to survive a wartime situation, and they are all kind of stranded. They're trying to get to safety. One of these characters is actually on the enemy side, so it was really interesting to get different perspectives from that, and I thought it was really good. Okay, question number 10, the last one, is Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story? That song makes me cry every time. Doesn't matter. What is a book that will be remembered throughout history? And probably the most popular book series of all time. And it made such a big impact on a lot of people, especially a lot of young readers, and got people into reading, even as adults. I still, I reread Harry Potter, and I absolutely love it every time. So, I think this is one that's going to be, just, it made a huge impact, still does. Love it. Okay, guys, that is it for the Hamilton book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're able to tune into it, please do. It is so wonderful. One of the best Broadway shows I have ever seen, and I love Broadway shows, so I've seen a lot. And one of the best, top-notch, so well done. Love every single second of it. I still listen to the music. I love it, love it, love it. So I hope if you're able to tune in that you love it just as much. And that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day.